Hey everybody, I'm coming to you live from Bobby Dodd Stadium. Just kidding. I know you're probably like, what? How's he at Bobby Dodd Stadium? But I'm not. It's my wife got me a green screen for my birthday, and I was playing around with it. I know it probably looks like crap, so I'll just use it for this video and maybe try to figure out some way to make it not look so crazy. But if it looks a little weird, I don't know. That's just because I was playing with it and I wanted to do a video with it because it's kind of funny. I could put all kind of stuff behind me. But anyway, coming to you guys a day after my Jackets have lost to the Virginia Cavaliers, and the final score was 48-40. But don't be fooled, the game was not as close as the final score would tell you. We did kind of get blown out. So I have a lot to say about this game, and I'm just going to say right up front that I'm not one of these Tech fans that's absolutely jumping off a cliff at this loss. You know, I thought we played a pretty hard-fought game, a clean game of football, which is not something I'm used to. Obviously, there were a few little nitpicks, honestly, that I have. But, you know, it's not I thought we played to our best potential last night, and we just lost because Virginia's just better than us. That's what I thought. It's not like the Pitt game where, you know, we turned it over 100 times, the offensive line wouldn't block, you know, stuff like that. I thought we looked pretty good. You know, Jahmyr Gibbs had a good game. He had, you know, a couple big plays, which is something we haven't really got to see too much of this year, which is really cool. It was nice to watch Jahmyr Gibbs go off. Jeff Sims had one interception. Well, really two, but one got called back, thankfully. Hey, Jeff Sims having one interception, that's not, you know, I know that obviously we want to aim for zero, but, you know, one interception in a road game like that, it was a pretty crazy crowd there last night. They were getting hyped up. And that's not terrible. Not terrible to have the one interception. You know, our wide receiver, Kyrie McGowan, dropped a couple passes. You know, that's just the kind of stuff that's going to happen. You can't play a perfect football game every single week, and we never have. Maybe you could point to North Carolina. But, you know, other than that, we just never have played a game not even close to the kind of focus, and we only had 3 penalties on us. You know, they have 4. It was a clean game of football, you know, only got penalized 3 times, 1 turnover. They're just better than us. They're just a better team, you know. Virginia, I think, is really coming to their own lately. You know, their 2 losses don't look so terrible to North Carolina and what was it, Wake Forest. Yeah, those 2 teams are, well, North Carolina on a good day, one of the best teams in the ACC, and Wake Forest obviously is undefeated. So Virginia's defense still, you know, lacking in still not the greatest defense, but hey, we put up 40 points on the defense. I mean, that's about as much as you can ask for. That's just about as much. And everybody said, oh, well, our defense was terrible. Listen, Brennan Armstrong does that to everybody. Brennan Armstrong is a hell of a quarterback, and I think that he's going to give Pitt a run for their money in the Coastal. I know everybody's talking about Pitt for the Coastal, but Brennan Armstrong, man, I think Virginia is emerging as a dark horse. And they're just a good football team. And I'll tell you what, we come out and play the same game we played against Virginia next week, we can win our next 3 games. We can win our next 3 games. We have Virginia Tech, Miami, and Boston College. And I'll tell you what, if we played like we played last night for the next 3 weeks, we will win those next 3 games and become bowl eligible. I'm just saying. I'm not coming out of this as kind of a down in the dumps. I know a lot of Tech fans are pissed off, and it sucks, and they're saying fire Collins. Look, I get if you want to fire Collins after, you know, Northern Illinois. That makes sense. But I just don't feel like this is a horrible, embarrassing loss, you know. The final score should have been something like 27-48, or maybe 30-something to 48. So we did, we were able to put up some points. Our offensive line did a good job for what they are. I mean, they had one of their better games of the season last night. Jeff Sims had some time, and he was able to find his man. And Jeff Sims' decision-making does irritate me sometimes. Like, you don't have to always throw it and make the big play. You don't have to always throw up the 50-50 ball. It's okay to sail it out of bounds sometimes. And to his credit, so he was, running around in the beginning of the game, threw the interception. Well, later on in the game, he started throwing it out of bounds, which is great, which is, it is an improvement that he showed within the same game. And, I didn't think the play calling was bad. A lot of the times we had drop passes or whatever it is, and it came down to execution. And like I said, I just thought we played a good game of football, and they were just better, and that's the bottom line. Virginia's a hell of a team. That 99, Keaton Thompson, I think his name was, what a beast. I mean, that guy did it all. I mean, he played freaking running back, wide receiver, tight end. I mean, he could freaking block. He could dang play quarterback. I'm sure he led the team in sacks. I mean, that dude was like a Swiss Army knife, and he was a beast. He whooped us. So, Brennan Armstrong and Keaton Thompson, those two players are something to watch out for. So, props to Virginia, the Virginia Cavaliers. That was a tough game. And I want to give a shout out to Wahoo Brad 24. If you guys want to check out his channel, he makes good videos. I wasn't able to wrangle him on the channel to do the stream, and which is kind of unfortunate, but there's always next year. But y'all go check out Wahoo Brad 24. He's a good dude, makes good videos. And congrats to him and his Wahoos coming out as what I think is a dark horse in the Coastal. And honestly, if you look around at the Coastal, who else is that? I mean, it's Pitt and who else? Not Virginia Tech, not North Carolina, not Miami, not Georgia Tech, definitely not Duke. It's got to be Virginia and Pitt up against each other for the, for the Coastal. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I like Virginia. I think they're a pretty cool team. We've always had some really good, close, competitive games. No bad blood or anything like that. The one Virginia fan I have met, Wahoo Brad, is super cool and respectful, and I just like the Virginia Wahoos. So, unlike Pitt, I will say to the Virginia Cavaliers, good luck in the rest of your games. I hope you guys win out and win the Coastal. I hope you guys take down Pitt. I don't like Pitt. So, good luck to Virginia and the Wahoos. Now, back to Tech. I reckon I better talk about the last part of the game, which is kind of the craziest part of the game. We were down like 27 points, 21 points with a minute and 13 to go in the game. And we came up to 40 points. So, what we did was we went down the field. We kicked like a field goal, settled for a field goal, got up to 27-48. And then we did like a fake onside kick where we lined up for an onside kick and went ahead and just punted it all the way down to the end zone and pinned them inside the 5. That was awesome. That was an awesome play to watch unfold. And then, so we pin them down inside the 5, we hold them, have them punt it, we have great field position, we go down and score. Then we onside kick again and get it. And they're, Virginia's thought they won the game, and they're like celebrating, and then now we've scored, and it's like a one-score game. They're like, oh hell. And so we line up so we've already got one onside kick. We line up and get a second onside kick in a row. And they're like, oh, shit. We've got the ball back with 40 seconds to go in the game, and we're on their 40 or something like that. Or, there was no time basically left in the game. And so we almost got down to their, we got down to the 30 or so and had 5 seconds left, took a shot for the end zone. It was incomplete. And it was the bluest balls I've experienced. For some reason, we are elite at executing onside kicks because we did it against Clemson, and we're unable to, we were able to pull off the onside kick twice in a row in this case, but in both cases, come up short, and it just sucks because, the onside kick never freaking works. So we've totally used up all of our luck as far as that goes. Onside kick is something you should never have to kind of rely on, even though we're good at it. It just sucks, man. It just sucks that we come this close. We scared the hell out of them. We would have, if we had scored right there, and got the 2-point conversion. It was a long shot, but we could have took it in overtime, and who knows what would have happened from there. But anyway, so that was it was kind of crazy to see, because they kind of let us score a touchdown in garbage time, but after we recover the onside kick, all of a sudden it wasn't garbage time again, if that makes sense, because they were trying hard to keep us to not score, and we just did. So you can take of that what you will. I don't put too much stock in it. The final score should have been something like 27-48, and they're just that much better than us. I think Brennan Armstrong's thrown for 500 something yards in every game he's played, right? So I actually have a few of the stats pulled up here, for us, not for them, but just know that Brennan Armstrong, we did well. Stopping their run game. They didn't run for too many yards on us, and their passing game. It is what it is. We were not too far behind them in yardage. I mean, we just weren't. We played a good game. So yeah, I have some stats here for the players. I want to point out Dante Smith, 3 carries for 15 yards. What the hell? That's 5 yards a carry. What? It is criminal that Dante Smith only got 3 carries in this game. I don't know what. I mean, and every time they put it in, he would get a first down or something. So what's up with that? Why isn't Dante Smith in the game more? I mean, not to say that Gibbs and Mason didn't do a great job, but it's just confusing to me. We have 3 great, really good backs, Gibbs, Mason, and Smith, and just to see one of them get kind of shelved like that is really kind of head-scratching. Kyric McGowan had a great game as always, but he did have a drop that would have been a touchdown, and he had a drive-killing holding penalty. So that was kind of unfortunate. I don't hold that against him, though. Kyric McGowan, a lot of people are pissed. Kyric McGowan's one of our most experienced. He is our best receiver, either him or Carter. But, Malachi Carter's kind of really just a solid guy, experienced. Kyric McGowan is really talented, and he does a great job for the team. So, I don't hold that against him. He still had a great game. And, that's kind of what I wanted to point out. I just wanted to pose the question, like, why is Dante Smith not getting any yards? But, you look at these here stats, and it's like, yeah, they outgained us in yardage, 570 yards to 636. And it's like, how did we lose? We lost the turnover battle. That's obvious. We had less penalties. It's just that they're a better team. That's all it is. So, I find a lot of people on groups and everything trying to figure out, like, pointing to this or that, saying fire this coach or that coach. Well, hey, I mean, I'm telling you guys, this was a good performance, in my opinion. And, we came up short just because it was a better team. So, hey, I'm hoping we come out and play just like this next week. We'll come out with a win at homecoming, at home against the Hokies, and we're going to be looking pretty good. Then we got Miami and Boston College. By no means are those teams juggernaut killers. And we'll be looking pretty good for this season. Who knows? Maybe get a shot at Notre Dame. And then that'll be an easy mop-up win at the end of the year against our piss-poor in-state rivals. So, anyway, tough-fought game. I'm not ready to jump off the ledge. I thought we played a pretty clean game of football, and that's about as best as you can ask for in this case. So, here's hoping that trend continues. Go Jackets, and I'll see you guys next time.